Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. Just another recent finds video. Just some random different things I've picked up over the past week or two. Uh, a few different things in terms of, some vinyl, some deluxe CDs, some regular CDs, and I picked up a few cassettes, and there's kind of two of those I wanted to share as well. So just kind of, sharing some various music and just kind of, talking music like we always do. So let me just kind of jump right into it. The first one here, picked up this really nice copy of the Jesus and the Mary Chain, Psycho Candy. Definitely my favorite album by this band, without question. I just love the kind of the raw, heavy 80s alternative nature of this album. Just the sound of it is just fantastic to me. Would love to discover more and more bands that simulate kind of this 80s sound that they had on this album. Now you can see there's a nice gold stamp promo, and really it's in fantastic shape. I mean, the vinyl itself is, near mint condition, if not, just mint. Plays absolutely perfect, and the awesome thing about it is I picked this up for only $2.99, which I just saw it sitting in this bin, and I was like, what? So yeah, great gold stamp promo pressing. And I liked it so much. I have a reissue that I think is also a great pressing, a nice 180 gram pressing that I really love. So when I first saw this for $2.99, my first thought was, oh, okay, that's going to be a flip. Buy that for $2, sell it for 15 or 20, and that's how you purchase the next $20 or $25 record. Because as I've talked about so many times in some of my past videos, when I'm out digging, I look for stuff to flip just as much as I look for stuff to buy. That's kind of how I finance this habit, so to speak. But I don't know, I took it out and just kind of listened to it, just because it was there, and I was like, hey, I haven't spun that in a little while. And I just liked it so much, I was like, I can't get rid of this. So I decided to keep this original pressing as well as the 180 gram reissue, because that's just a fantastic album. Next, going to my boys, which I've gotten into a lot. I know I've been talking about them over the past few weeks. But Uriah Heep, and this is their self-titled from, I believe, 1970. Stumbled across that the other day. And the one thing I'm finding about these Uriah Heeps is that, you'll find some stuff here or there, but finding this stuff in great condition is just not stuff that happens, at least not in my experience. Of course, somebody else probably has an exact opposite. But, found this great, excellent to near mint copy of their debut. I'm just getting more and more into this group. You would think, being around music as long as I have and being into all the stuff that I'm into, that I would have, I heard of Uriah Heep. I've had their, best of album for I don't know how long. But again, just never dove into their catalog. And the more I'm doing it now, I'm just like, how the heck did I sleep on this band? And this album is a great example too, because again, 1969, 1970 is when they kind of come about with this. And when you look at that album cover, and you listen to the songs on this, like Gypsy and a few other things, and you really think, that was being done basically coming out of the 60s and going into the early 70s. Those guys were definitely, I'm not going to say ahead of their time, but they were definitely pushing the envelope at that point in time. I remember listening to a couple things on this the other day, and my first thought was, that's kind of a perfect mixture of kind of a Led Zeppelin meets early Black Sabbath type of thing. But fantastic, fantastic album. Another one I've really enjoyed by them, which is Look at Yourself, I'm sorry. So again, found this one the other day in really, really, really great condition. And you guys know how I've gotten all, very anal about stuff that I bring in. So, this one again was perfect except for the little silver piece. You can see it kind of has some marks throughout there, which is just a kind of a cardboard insert that's right on the inside there. So I figured, screw it. The cover is perfect, and the vinyl plays absolutely perfect. So eventually I'll stumble across one that has a clean silver piece in the middle, and I'll swap it out. But yeah, definitely another, very, very great album. Look at Yourself. Just a lot of great tracks on here, but just, solid early early rock stuff. So another awesome one there. And here you have one more Uriah Heep. This is Return to Fantasy. Very cool cover there. Again, another one that I picked up the other day. I haven't seen this one around too often, so when I saw it, decided to go ahead and pick that up. Although this was a little bit disappointing because it's really interesting. I do all my cleaning and grading under a specific light over by the bar, by my kitchen. And what I found is that that light by my bar is probably the most unforgiving light. Like, it shows everything that could possibly be on an album, which is kind of the way I like it. That's why I use that one. But I just found it really weird because I pulled this one up in the store and I was looking at it and I pulled the record out and it looked really good. And I'm like, wow, that's a great copy. I'm glad I found that. And got it home and got it under the light. And I was like, how in the world did I miss all of that in the store? So, yeah, so this one won't be staying in the collection, that's for sure. But as you can see, it kind of has the red dot on there because it's still going to go in my Finders Keepers section because I'm not getting rid of it until I find a great mint copy. But again, another very, very solid album there. And for those of you maybe that don't know, because I haven't talked about my Finders Keepers pile since I did my last tour video, I have one section in my collection. It's a tab section called Finders Keepers. Those are records that they're not in my database, so they're not a part of my collection, but they're records that I keep until I actually find a nice, perfect copy to replace them. So that's what Finders Keepers means when I say that. Next here we have a little Ohio Players, Honey. Sorry about the glare there. I guess it flips like this. But yeah, this just again some more of that old time funk stuff that I really love so much. And Ohio Players are definitely ones that are known for that. This is again one of those bands where a lot of albums out there all over the place. You always see the naked girls because they pretty much have them on every cover, but it's always hard to find them in great condition. They're always beat up in the whole nine. So again, another good pickup there for the Ohio Players collection. And then one of the stores, local stores, had some stuff I guess they were trying to just get out of stock. So they had this little section where they'd already marked some records down, and on top of the markdown, they added another 50% off. So I picked up like 3 out of that bin, which were, I think, pretty cool. And one was Portishead. Very nice 2 LP set. I think after the discounts, it was only like $6.50. So I got this 2 LP set for. It's a brand new copy, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, I definitely, I like Portishead. I'm not gonna act like I was always a fan because it took me a long time to actually, start to like their stuff. But then the album Dummy kind of really brought me to them, and I was like, okay, I can kind of dig this. And I think the sound of this album is very similar to what I thought they did on Dummy as well. So again, another nice pickup with the self-titled there. Another one they had on sale here, which is the Belle Sebastian. Mrs. Fold Your Hands, Child, You Walk Like a Peasant. I just call it the yellow. And again, just kind of another band that I definitely like quite a bit. A lot of their albums are very hit and miss with me, where I either love it or can't stand it. There's not a lot of just in between. The Boy with the Arab Strap's probably my favorite album by them. Well, actually, it is my favorite album by them. But a number of tracks on this kind of carry the same type of thing that they were doing on that album. So I definitely like this one as well. So again, another nice find. Brand new copy for only $6 was another great pickup. And this one I'm not sure about, so I haven't opened it yet because I might end up just doing a flip on this one. But this is Belle Sebastian, Girl in Peacetime, Want to Dance. And this is kind of an album that they did that was a little more of a kind of a dance album, a little more kind of upbeat. So I don't know. I've heard some stuff off of it before. Wasn't like 100% totally crazy about it, but I thought I'll buy it since it's so cheap. Take a nice hard listen to it, probably online, so I don't have to open it yet. And like I said, if I don't like it, I'll just, flip it and get something else. So those are the vinyl that I picked up. Let me kind of go right into the Deluxe CDs. Okay, so first you have Megadeth. I might have shown this in the last video. I kind of got confused, so if I'm showing it again, forgive me. But Warheads on Foreheads, I think I did show this last time, but screw it, it's Megadeth, worth the show again. 3 CD set there. And then I guess I kind of came in on a nice time when someone came into a local record store and sold a collection. And one of the things they had in their collection was quite a few Deluxe CDs. So of course I was like snatching them right up. And here are a few of the ones that I picked up. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. And this was actually a sealed copy that he had. So I thought that was kind of nice. The Who, Live at Leeds. Again, you guys know that album inside and out. And another sealed copy of that, which was nice. Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. Again, sealed, brand new, very nice. And even a sealed copy of Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell 2, sorry. So again, I just thought that was awesome because, I love these deluxe discs with the little slip covers, always looking for them, and rarely stumble across them in the wild. And so they'll go into some place and just find, 4 brand new ones like that. And also, since they were traded in from a collection, they were being sold at used prices, which was kind of nice. So yeah, that was a great pickup. And then there was also Marvin Gaye, just greatest hits, 2 CD set with everything from his early days on up through most of the 80s stuff that everyone knows, or 70s stuff I should say. The Specials, another very nice 2 CD deluxe version. I've had this record for quite some time, but never had it on CD, so that was also another great pickup. And last but not least, on the deluxe side, Patti Smith Land. Nice 2 LP set, and just kind of a greatest hits, expanding different parts of her career. So again, another nice, very, very nice deluxe 2 CD set. So those are some of the deluxe CDs I picked up. Regular CDs, and this is really where I'm focusing most of my Uriah Heep collecting, is focusing more so on trying to get all of their studio albums on CD as opposed to vinyl. I pick the vinyl up when I find it here and there, but you'll definitely be seeing more CDs from me as far as they go. I've already talked about Look at Yourself. It's a great copy of that there. Sweet Freedom, another great Uriah Heep album. This one was really good too. I'm listening to this the other day. I'm definitely going to move up the list of one of my favorite albums by them. But here you have High and Mighty, another really, really great album. And this one too, which I also thought was pretty fantastic. And this is Uriah Heep. I always want to make sure I say that right. Very heavy. Again, another just fantastic album. So steadily working on building up the Uriah Heep collection. It's going to be a band I'm going to be stuck on for a little while now. Nice little Japanese CD, Curtis Mayfield Live. And again, just Curtis doing his Curtis thing. A lot of great stuff on here, from We're a Winner to Stone Junkie. There's just all kinds of great stuff on here. Just, Curtis doing his Curtis thing. I guess I left this one in there. I wasn't planning on showing it, but here you have The Low End Theory by Tribe Called Quest. And actually, I do remember why I put it in here, because I wanted to point out this is one of my favorite albums by them. You know, even though it doesn't have all my favorite songs, the song Scenario on here, I always like to point out that song because that was one of the first songs that really kind of brought Busta Rhymes to the forefront. You know, he did a verse towards the end of the song, but I also think that his verse is one of the purest forms of hip hop in terms of what he did on that verse. His power, his creativity, his tone. I mean, just the whole nine. I've just always thought that verse in that song is just absolutely magical. Especially his line about the Dungeon Dragon. And for those of you who know the song, you definitely know what I'm talking about there. But another great album. And then the other thing that I've been focusing on, you know, in collecting wise, has been my Blue Note CDs. So I stumbled across a few of those, which are also really great. You have Thelonious Monk, Genius of Modern Music, Volume 1. And actually, I kind of like this a little more so than some amongst other stuff. It wasn't quite as just piano heavy as some of his other things, but definitely love that one. And a classic right here, Hank Mobley's Soul Station. I've had that on vinyl for a while, but kind of nice to get it on CD. Again, Hank's a genius. This one was kind of new to me. Stanley Turrentine, I think I'm pronouncing that right. I was not familiar with him at all, but I figure, hey, it's Blue Note. It's only $4. I'll give it a shot, and you know, really ended up liking it a lot, especially the kind of the title track "Lookout." Really, really great stuff. So it was nice to discover a new jazz artist, and of course the one and only Dexter Gordon. And this is a swinging affair. Classic Dexter there, as well as Dexter, Our Man in Paris. So some other great Blue Note additions to the collection. And the two cassettes, you know, there's a few different common ones I picked up here or there. There was a Twisted Sister, a couple Twisted Sisters I picked up too, but the two that really kind of stood out to me in terms of nice finds was a Black Flag, In My Head. I have not stumbled across this one very much at all. So that was kind of nice. Legendary Black Flag. And Pink Floyd, The Final Cut. That was one I've been needing to get on cassette with Pink Floyd for some time. And again, you guys know all about that album. All right. So there you go, VC. Again, that's kind of what I've been listening to and new things that have come in over the past couple weeks. So as always, let me know what you think, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.